Hello everyone, this is Matthew with Evidence-Based Faith. Thank you for coming onto my channel. Today I'm going to be responding to a claim that Matt Dillahunty made recently in his debate with David Wood. And the claim that he made was the physical facts of the universe dictate what's better. Now the truth is the physical facts of the universe don't dictate what's better or worse. The physical facts of the universe dictate that certain actions have certain consequences. For example, if someone walks off of a building, it's a fact that gravity is going to pull them down. But that doesn't tell us whether that's better or worse. It just tells us the consequence of a certain action. Whether something is better or worse, or good or bad, are conclusions that we come to on our own. And we come to these conclusions based on our rationality and sense of morality. Despite what Matt Dillahunty claims, there's a big difference between recognizing a fact of reality and claiming that a fact of reality or that a certain consequence of a fact of reality is better or worse. The only way for us to coherently determine if something is better or worse is if there is a standard by which we're making that judgment. Now, at this point in this particular debate, Matt was more or less trying to argue that we can ground morality in the physical facts of the universe. But the physical facts of the universe do not tell us what is right or wrong. That is a determination that we make through our moral sense. And this is something that we possess internally. You're not going to find it in any physical law. But then the question is, where does this sense of right and wrong come from? A lot of atheists have tried to argue that we're just wired this way, due to evolution. And as a species, this helps us survive better. But just like with the physical laws of the universe, survival doesn't tell us what's right and wrong. And being wired to do something certainly doesn't tell us what's right and wrong. Male lions are wired to kill baby male lions, but what does that have to do with right and wrong? That's just how they're wired. And also, for us to be wired to do something implies that we're not really choosing to do that something, but rather we would just be acting instinctively like animals. However, if that's the case, then are we even really responsible for our own actions? So it seems there's a lot of issues with the notion that we're just simply wired to be moral creatures. Conversely, I would argue that we have this sense of morality because there is a moral standard beyond our own which dictates this to us. If there is a moral law, then there must be a moral lawgiver. Now, at this point, some people would object and say, why does this standard have to be based in a personal agent like a moral lawgiver? Why can't it just be a thing or some kind of law that just exists? Well, the truth is, anything is possible. But we have to base our conclusions on what is reasonable. In the case of morality, there's three main things we're talking about. Number one, moral values. Number two, moral duties. And number three, moral accountability. But what sense does it make to say that a thing, like a rock, possesses moral duties or moral values? Anytime we talk about morality, it's always pertaining to people, not things. Therefore, it seems reasonable to conclude that the moral standard resides in a personal agent like a moral lawgiver that has the power to impart it and enforce it. And we call this moral lawgiver God. Therefore, God exists. Well, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you think. And remember to like and subscribe.